So today I'm going to introduce my 5 favorite price action signals. I show you exactly how to trade them on the charts, what you look for to find them, what do they tell you, and how to combine them to even find better trades. So here's a quick overview before we dive into the charts. We're going to start with the breakout buildup. We then go to exhaustions and deceleration. We find and look for pullbacks. We're going to take a look at the spring pattern, and then we conclude with maybe my favorite of those 5, and it's called a triple tap. So let's get ready and let's dive into the charts. So the breakout buildup is a pre-breakout pattern. So many traders like trading breakouts. Breakouts are a high, or can be a high probability price action setup. However, a breakout that also comes with the breakout buildup is likely going to have a higher chance of succeeding. So let's go through this chart step by step. What do we have here? On the left hand side of the chart, you can see that the trend is coming down. It's a healthy downtrend, and then here the downtrend comes to an end with this double bottom. Obviously, a double bottom is not enough to just go long yet. We are then shortly after able to draw here an inner trend line. So we have a trend line that goes from being support. On the flip, it becomes then resistance. We have a resistance once, 2 times, 3 times, and how the price action is trading away from this trend line is the key here. And you can see, whereas previously here on the first break and retest, the market sold off quite a bit. Even on the second one, you can see the market came back to the level, sold off quite a bit, came back to it here. But the third time when the market touched the level, the market didn't even come close to where it was previously. So what does it tell us? It tells us that now probably a lot of more buyers are in the market who, as the price went lower, bid the price up quicker, and not many people who wanted to sell this market are left in the market, in the game, because the market wasn't even able to get not even halfway towards where the price was previously. So how the price trades back from a support and resistance level is very important, especially in the context of a long trend with a double bottom. So we are looking here at a British pound Aussie, which is a Forex pair. And Forex is generally considered a mean reversion market, which means that trends don't last as long as they do for stock trading, for example. In the stock market, you have trends that can go on for a long, long time, whereas in the Forex market, it's very likely that a trend is going to reverse at some point. So a long trend with a double bottom, which is a strong exhaustion setup, and this breakout buildup is a 3 confluence setup trading strategy, or trading signal rather. And you can see on the breakout, the market then started the uptrend. So if you can align multiple confluence factors in your direction, then you are often looking at a high probability trade. Let's take a look at another breakout buildup. Again, we're on the Euro South African. This is the 1 hour. Previously, we're on the 30-minute. And again, we are coming from a long downtrend. And we have another very nice trend line where we can connect the highs. We have one high here, second, third high. And look at how strong the price sold off previously from this trend line. Very, very strong. Then the market rallied higher, came back into the trend line, but this time it's very different. This is very different what has happened here from the past. The market is sticking very, very close to the level. There's almost no pullback here. The sellers who were previously dominating the market on the left seem to have completely disappeared from the market. And the buyers are now so interested that they are bidding the prices up and keep the price right at this trend line. You can also see here, previously to this breakout buildup, the market was in a very strong bullish phase. Look at this bullish phase. This is a strong bullish phase, and the strongest bullish phase that we have seen since this downtrend has started. Here was the last time we have seen such a strong bullish sequence. Then the market turned over into a bearish trend. And then here, prior to the breakout buildup and prior to the breakout, you have the strongest bullish sequence that has happened during this whole trend. So again, we have multiple confluence factors stacking on top of each other. This is how you want to trade price action. You don't only want to trade a trendline breakout, you don't only want to trade a buildup, but you want to have a whole context and a set of confluence factors in your favor. Setup number 2, or price action setup, is exhaustion. I love the concept of exhaustion. It's one of my favorite ones. And exhaustion, you can add it, or you can combine it with a regular breakout, with a regular pullback or reversal approach. And what does it tell you? So the market is clearly in an uptrend. We can clearly see that very, very strong bullish uptrend here on the left. And then here the market is trying to start a bearish phase. The market is trying to sell off, but look at how those candles form. They start very strong and then they get weaker and weaker until we even have a doji. And then they're accelerating into the opposite side. Here as well, clearly the market broke above this structure, came back into this level to retest it, but look at how the market trades into this level and trades away it. We have first bearish candles that get larger and larger, and then as it approaches the level, it's smaller and smaller until we have small red candles, small green candles, and then the green candles are getting larger and larger. So the exhaustion is such a nice concept, because if you can find an exhaustion phase, you can participate and you can position yourself very nicely. Because in contrast to a regular V top or V bottom where the market just takes off, this change in momentum happens gradually. You can really nicely follow this change and the shift in the sentiment over the candle duration and over the candles that are a part of the exhaustion. Very often you can see the market drops into a level very strongly, then the candles get smaller as the level is approached, and then as the market rallies away from it, it is accelerating. And by the way, this red line here is the daily 50 period moving average. I can show you how to set this up so you can have a higher time frame moving average on your charts. So we are here on TradingView, and it's very simple to add a higher time frame moving average. So we just go to indicator. Here we can just type in MA, and then under built-ins moving average comes up right away. We add it, and now by default there's just a 9 period moving average, but we can change it. So we hover over it, we go to the settings symbol, we open it, and under inputs you can change everything. So we want to make sure we have the indicator time frame set to the daily chart. I love to have a daily time frame moving average on my lower chart. I set it to 50 because in my experience this works most precisely. And then I like to also change the color, but this is obviously personal. And now you have the 50 period moving average from the daily chart across all the time frames. So whether we go to the 1 hour where we are right now or to the 30-minute, this will always be the daily time frame 50 period moving average. As simple as that. Another example here of the Euro South African on the 1 hour with exhaustion. And again, it is a high probability setup to look for reactions and trading signals around the daily 50 period moving average. So we are on the 1 hour, and you can see we still have the MA 1 day 50 period moving average on our charts, which is the red one. And I love to see how the market is trading into those higher time frame indicators. So what do we have? The market is in a very, very strong bearish trend here. Very strong move into the level. And as soon as the market reaches the level, first we have a little bit more of rejection, then the candles get smaller. And for the first time during this whole bearish phase, we are starting to see bullish candles. That's a very interesting fact. Then the market has problems pushing into a new low. You can see the market here is responding to the previous low, which is again another strong, not bullish, bearish signal. It doesn't mean obviously that the market is going to take off like this, but it's a further indication that what has happened here previously is not as likely to continue if we put everything into context. And then here you can see the candles get smaller as the market reaches the previous low, and then they get bigger. So you have this strong push which fades into a smaller set of candles, which then, as the market turns around, shows this acceleration away from the level. So it's this very nice pull and push mechanism around this level. The market is slowing down and then accelerating away from it. It's a very nice price action signal that I love to observe. Then we have a first pullback. So this is now a broader view, but in the next slide we were gonna zoom in. What do we have? So obviously we have a long-term uptrend here. Here is the red line, so the market is above the daily 50-period moving average. And in such a scenario, it makes more sense to look for moves into the higher time frame moving average. If the price is on the daily time frame in an uptrend, which it is if the market is above the moving average, it makes more sense to look for bullish continuations. And this is what we're going to focus on now in the next slide. So the market was here in this sideways range. There was a rejection attempt, there was a reversal attempt to the downside, but you can see the market didn't go as far. The market made lower lows, lower highs, yes, but here was a nice resistance area. And since we don't want to look for shorts, this is not a trading option, but we want to look for longs. And the long happens on this break and retest. So when a previous resistance level is turning into support, that is where we want to trade, especially if it's happening in a long-term uptrend. So resistance turns into support. Even more interestingly, here on the second time the market came back, how does it react? With a exhaustion. You can see the candle first accelerates, then it decelerates, so it really exhausts into this support level now, and then it accelerates away. So once again, this is a universal concept that you will find all the time around those key break and retest levels. Slowing down into the level, acceleration away from the level. A second example here of a pullback. The market is coming down into the level. What level are we looking at? The daily 50-period moving average, the red line. So we want to look for longs as long as the market is above this level. And what do we have? Later we will come to learn this as a spring pattern. And this is a fake breakout pattern. So again, another confluence factor that makes it likely to see an upside reversal. We have a previous resistance level that on the breakout turns into support. You can draw your other resistance level now above this area if you want to look for a breakout out of this pattern as well. But how many traders are approaching it is that they look for rejections at this support resistance now turning into support level. Wait for the market to show you a reaction away from it and then participate in the uptrend. So again, it's a break and retest trade in line with the higher time frame trend direction away from this spring pattern. And this brings us to the spring pattern. It makes sense to look at it here. So what do we have? Now the market is clearly in a clear uptrend, and the uptrend seems to have topped out here. Here was a previous high point. The market wasn't able to sell off. We can also draw in a support level here, by the way. Let's do that. So now you can see we have a very nice, well-defined support level. Previous resistance becomes support, support, and even retest. However, the spring pattern is here at the top. The spring pattern shows a fake breakout. The market with this small doji candle or pin bar tried to break above the previous highs. It didn't succeed, and within the next candle, the market pulled back inside the range. So you can see we have a long trend and we're looking at a Forex pair. What I said in the beginning, Forex pairs don't tend to keep trending forever. So it makes sense to look for those rejections. And then you can see the market fell back into the range, broke below and broke outside of the range, came back into a retest pattern and sold off. So again, many things that we can here lay on top of each other to generate a high probability trading scenario. Another swing pattern, or spring pattern rather, here we have a previous low. The market shot up significantly, came back into it, and gave us a spring, a fake breakout. The market tried to dip below the previous low. It tried to do that for multiple attempts, but every time the buyers came in. And again, what can we see? The concept of exhaustion. First, there was a huge bearish candle. We have a smaller bearish candle and even a smaller bearish candle. Then we have a small bullish candle and a larger bullish candle. So again, as the market moves into this support area, the price action slows down candle by candle, and then it accelerates away from the candle, from the level rather. And this is how we can put things really nicely together. We have a spring, and we have this concept of exhaustion and then acceleration away. Triple tap. I talked about this in some live webinars, and it's always been, or people always really were intrigued by it. What is a triple tap? A triple tap is basically a set of 3 consecutive higher highs. However, the higher highs are barely pushing into new highs. So those are 3 higher highs, but high number 2 and high number 3 are very, very close by. Whereas previously the market was able to push higher in a short period quite a bit. With this triple tap, the market wasn't able to push higher that much. Obviously from here to here and from here to here, there's only a very, very short distance, not a lot of room that the market was able to make to the upside. So this is another piece to the puzzle that the market is losing strength here to the upside. A triple tap here, the market was in a strong downtrend, and then here we have multiple taps. We can see this is a tap, we can say that this is a tap with this rejection, and then here we have another tap, and we have also the component of a spring here with this huge rejection on the previous lows. And you can also draw a trend line here if you like. You could have drawn here a trend line so that you have a break and a retest around this area. And you can very nicely see how you can combine all of those things together, put a daily time frame moving average there, and you have almost a complete trading system. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments which of those do you find the most interesting, and I may make a full strategy video in one of my next Tradeciety Tuesday videos. Until then, happy trading, and let me know in the comments.